Shalom is Brother Yashima Zakar from the Israelite Report, IsraeliteReport.com. Upon my watch, all praises are definitely due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. Those that truly believe and want to get the hell up out of here, those that are sighing and crying for the abominations done in the midst thereof. Those that are still continuing on in this fight, because it is a fight. Every day we bear our cross and we go through different things, whether it be at your job, your family, whatever it is. The public, the people of this world side eyeing you, looking at you like you crazy, but you bear, you go through it, you endure. I want to get Luke 14:26, and this is on my spirit, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Now, we're proclaiming to be friends, followers, disciples of Yahawashi. And Yahawashi, as you know, he had to, get up on that cross. And he died for the sins of Israel as a whole, but specifically the elect of Israel first. I'll say it like that. He died for the elect. And we know that the nation of Israel, when we're in the kingdom, we're going to rule in righteousness. Those that believe understand that. All right, I'll say it that way. So that comes with, there's you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, right? So you're going to be persecuted, hated, lied on. That comes with it. Called crazy, that comes with it. And my personal testimony, I'm telling you, the moment I turned my heart to Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi, I was immediately cast away from this world, like immediately. It didn't waste no time. Soon as I said I would believe in Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi, that was it. It was over. The chick I was dealing with, she went crazy. Family, everything. My job, it was just like the same people I was cool with. Everything just went out the window immediately. The Lord was like, look, you talked a lot of shit prior to coming to this truth, because before I came, my story is kind of unique. A lot of brothers came into this truth from the Christian church. See, me, I came from Egyptology. Right. First, I was in the Christian church as a kid, as a teenager. I was in the Christian church, and then in my early 20s, I moved into Egyptology. And when I woke up to the truth, I was like in my late 20s. And everything just went out the window immediately. All right. So You have to bear your cross. We all have to. And we hate it. And that's why we're sighing and crying. We hate this shit every day. But understand that there's a greater reward. There's a reason why we're doing this. It's not for nothing. And I have to trust me, listen. I know how it gets sometimes. Sometimes you get into that place where you're just like, man, I hate this shit. Right? But you have to remember why you are in this in the first place. The Lord is allowing Satan to mess with you, to poke at you, to rile you up. And whatever weaknesses you have, Satan is going to try you with those weaknesses. It could be a woman. It could be money. Like, for example, I have a woman and I love my woman, but I know at any moment this chick could flip. She could be an agent of Satan. So, you got to have that mentality like, okay, because I've been through this before. Like, trust me, I've been through this before. But you have to have an attitude like, whatever happens, I'm going to serve Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, because only He can deliver you and restore you. If He takes something away from you, guess what? Only He can give it back to you. There's certain brothers that have fallen out of this truth, and they don't believe anymore. They went back into the world. They believe in the world. They think they're going to go eat pork chop sandwiches again and fit back in the world, and it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. The Lord won't even allow them to enjoy the world. So just understand that your best bet, your best option is to get in where you fit in. And where you fit in is in this word, especially if you've heard this word and you believe in this word. Your best bet is just to continue and endure and let the Lord fight your battles. You don't have to snap at every nigga that say something to you. You don't have to go try to avenge yourself every time somebody do you wrong. Allow the Lord to do it. And I do it every day. Like, I don't even tell y'all half the shit I go through every effing day. I go through something. And you know what I say? I say, call Haloyim Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi, and I just leave it. And I know that, because I know the Lord, when I first came to this truth, like I said, I came from Egyptology. Matter of fact, I was a follower of Dr. York. I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant. I meant to get into the topic, but I didn't even get through the scripture yet. But I was a follower of Dr. York, and Dr. York had this saying. He said that, damn, let me make sure I don't say it wrong. He said something along the line. Damn, it's been so long. Something along the lines of you don't believe, you have to he said right, what was it? Damn. Right knowledge, right? Having faith. Basically, he discounted faith and belief. He was saying basically belief is BS. Faith is BS. You have to have right knowledge, meaning you have to be able to prove whatever it is that you believe in. Like, you can't have faith or believe in something unless you have right knowledge, meaning you can prove it. It's hard to believe. And I'm going to tell you something. Brother, listen to me. When I tell you, to this day, I'm still mind boggled, I'll use that word, by the fact that I went from a believer in Dr. York into a believer of Yahawashi. Because Dr. York was all the way bugged the hell out. You know how many demons got... I mean, you know how many demons are on you if you follow a nigga like Dr. York? Every, I would say every couple of months, he would switch his doctrine from Islam to the more, well, you had Islam and you had a different variation of Islam, which was you had the 5%ers, you had the Nation of Islam, right? To Christianity. Sometimes he would play the Christianity games. He would play the Moors. That was one of his favorites, the Moors and the Egyptology. So I was caught up in all that madness. So there was a lot of I guess you say pulling back that the Lord did. I had to get all of that off of me. So the Lord showed and proved, he proved himself ASAP. As soon as I said I believe in Yahweh by Hashem Shai, he didn't waste no time. I had somebody that did me wrong and I put a curse on that person. And I promise you, the Lord judged that person right away. It was so fast. It was like, oh shit. This is my personal testimony. I'm sorry. I did not I didn't even mean to do this. Uh the Lord proved his power so fast that it scared the shit out of me. Then I went, oh, this is for real, for real. This ain't just real, this is for real, for real. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, so this is how this works. So anyways, let me read, I'm sorry. Let me read it again. Luke 14:26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also. You have to hate your life. We love not our lives unto the death. It says he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first, watch this, and counteth the cost? You have to understand what you're getting into. Because hey, you know, you're making a pact with the Lord. You're telling the Lord you're going to serve him no matter what. Like, sort of like, like Job. Job went through hell. Wife talked shit to him. And believe it or not, we're in that lot again. It's effed up, but that's what it is. Right? For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Right? You have to know what you're building and whether or not you have the material, enough of the materials to build it. Do you have enough faith? Do you trust in the Lord like that? I've been through shit where I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm telling you, some of the stuff I don't even want to say out loud. Like, I don't even want to say it out loud. I promise you. Where I, in that very moment, was like, man, if the Lord ain't with me right now, you want to talk about being humble? That'll knock you down. The Lord know how to humble you now. The Lord will put you in your place. He'll put you in a spot where you find out real quick you ain't what you thought you was, nigga. All right? And what is that setting up for? That's setting up for Jacob's trouble. Because in that day, in that hour, in that time period, you're not going to have time to be a nigga. And you know how much I hate a nigga. You're going to have to be a righteous man that lean and depend on the Lord. Yahawashi. I promise you, you will not have time to be a nigga. Niggas gonna die in that day. So take this for a joke. Take this for entertainment. Take this as for, this is some nigga I'm listening to. Okay, that's cute. That's fine. Fuck you. My first curse word. Take it for whatever you want it to be. But understand that the time is short. It's really short. It's shorter than it was before. Before a lot of you, man, look, it's short. All right. Anyways, I'll finish it off. It says, less happily after he have laid the foundation and it's not able to finish it, right? Because a lot of people are going to come into this truth. They're going to find out about the truth. They're going to think it's, for entertainment. They're going to think it's just something, the new fad, the new trend. And they're not going to count the cost. They're not going to understand because they never been through nothing. They were more or less like a Israelite that was just out there, having fun, pump faking and bullshit. The fringes, that's cute. I ran into niggas like that. They don't really believe. They don't even know the name of Yahweh and Yahawashi. They talking about Yahuwah and Yeshua and some call Jesus. Some still saying Jesus with fringes on. They're not counting the cost. Less happily after he laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him. You don't want to be in that position where you're mocked. Niggas pointing the finger like, didn't that nigga say he believed in the Bible? But didn't that nigga say he was an Israelite? Look at him. The Lord wasn't with him. Because you know how niggas are. Niggas can't wait to see you fall. You got to stand on that solid rock. That's Yahawashi. You got to stand on it. Less happily after he laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. None of us want to be in that place, in that position. And I pray to the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, that I'm never in that position. I seek and pray for the sure mercies of David. And I ask the Lord, take not thy Holy Spirit away from me. We are entering into times when um, you're going to have to use every bit of faith that you have, for the unseeable future. And what I mean by that is, you may have gone through some shit and you may think that you are on point, but then there's the shit that you don't see that's coming. The things you did not imagine you would have to deal with. You may have to deal with that. That's why I pray. I pray every day. I'm gonna tell you something. I pray every day. And every day I'm asking the Lord to guide me, lead me, guide me. And I ask him to guide my steps. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know what I may step into day by day. I don't know. When I leave the house, I don't know what's. So I'm like, just Lord, please lead me, guide me. If it's of my own account, or if it's something that I'm doing, I could mess around and get into some serious mess. But if it's the Lord, I'll avoid a lot of these troubles that are out here. And that's one thing that's lacking in this world is these people don't believe and they don't have any spiritual guidance coming from on high. So anyway, I ran my mouth enough. Let me try to get into some of the things that I was meaning to talk about. I'll tell you what, I'll do it this way. This is the calm before the storm, part 8 in this series. This is from End Times Headlines. And they say FBI and DHS warn, DHS meaning the Department of Homeland Security. FBI and DHS warn of possible copycat attack following New Orleans attack. So they're warning that there may be another attack, copycat like, and I've heard this before. They do this all the time whenever there's a terrorist situation. They say, oh, there could be another one. Yeah, because the elites are always planning out another attack. And they may flag this on YouTube, so I don't give a shit. I got look, I'm on Apple, Spotify, and different podcast platforms. So fuck them. That's my second curse word. Or my second F-bomb, I'll say that. But it says here the FBI and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the DHS, have warned law enforcement agencies nationwide about the potential for copycat attacks following the ISIS-inspired incident on New Year's Day in New Orleans, which resulted in 14 deaths and dozens of injuries. So basically, let me break this down for you. Esau is basically telling you, he's pretty much telling you that this won't be the last time something like this happens. And you know about the situation in New Orleans. Some guy went rogue and ran over people. And then you had the situation with the Tesla car blowing up in front of Trump Tower, and or one of his hotels or whatever. And this is, again, Esau is planning on taking all of your so-called freedoms and rights. And I don't know how many times I got to say it. I don't know how many times brothers got to say this that really truly believe and are giving you the warning. They're putting it out there. They're telling you. Esau is doing this on purpose. He has his agents, or I should say his agent provocateurs out there. You got people that are MK Ultra, mind controlled, under hypnosis that Esau is using to go out there and commit these violent acts. Oh, they're going to strike this one. I'm pretty sure. You might not be able to find this on YouTube. They done pulled so many of my damn videos. You may have to go to, there's like report on either, Spotify or Apple Podcasts or iHeart. No, I'm not on iHeart. I'm on different platforms, so, podcast related. But anyways, Esau is doing this because he's leading up to the day when he say we just cannot trust American citizens. And he's really going to start with the veterans. And this is something that I learned when I was in the military, by the way. The number one target of Esau is the veterans, U.S. military veterans, because they've seen things and they've been through things. And a lot of times, I'm going to tell you a dirty little secret, right? You have clearances, right? You have secret clearances and you have top secret clearances, and then you have above top secret clearances. There's something called a Yankee White clearance, which I believe that's dealing with the president. But you have different clearances, right? Now, what happens in certain situations, you have certain individuals that are in the military that do not have a clearance, a secret clearance, right? And an emergency situation may break out, and they may be one of the only people in that area, especially in the Air Force. I'm pretty sure this happens in the Army and in the Marines and the Navy as well. But I know in the Air Force, you may be, because on the flight line, you have to have a secret clearance to work the flight line. You have to have a secret clearance. Now, you can't even breach the flight line's red line. They have a red line. Okay? And anybody walking across that line without a secret, without a badge, there was a certain badge that you had in order to cross that red line, because the aircraft is very I guess you could say important, is sensitive information within the aircraft, those F-16s, F-15s, whatever they are. But if there's a situation where there's an emergency, you could take a person that they could be military personnel and they don't have a secret clearance. They may in that moment get upgraded to secret clearance because there's nobody else to protect that aircraft or deal with that situation at that very moment. And then there's also situations where it could be a top secret situation where only people with top secret, because there's secret and there's top secret, they really are supposed to only have people with top secret clearances in this specific area or zone. But there might be only people with secret clearances. And immediately, they may have to get in that moment, for lack of better words, better term, get kind of upgraded to top secret because they have to protect that situation, that area. Okay? So what Esau is looking to do, what he's planning to do, is to demonize a lot of his veterans and make them look like they are terrorists or sympathizers with the so-called enemy. And this is going to cause a major, major uproar. That's why you've been seeing in the news, and you're going to continue to see this. A lot of times when these attacks happen, they say, oh, it was a former military, or it was a military veteran. All right? Because they're trying to cause that divide. And it's all the will of the Lord. It's the Most High that's doing it. Esau's an idiot. Esau is dumb as hell. As smart as he is and as wise, as he is in this day and time, he's also a moron. He's an idiot. Esau is stupid as shit. So they're demonizing their own veterans on purpose because they know that if there's the elites of Esau know if there's anybody that's going to stand up against them and fight against their new world order, it's going to be the veterans. So you're going to see this a lot in the news. It's always going to be a military. Oh, he was a former, Army veteran. He was a former Army Ranger, or he was a Marine, and he sided with the enemy. He's become an enemy of the state. You're going to see this a lot. All right. Back to the article. I'm sorry, I went off a little bit. It says they urged officers to remain in light of the possible threat posed by violent extremists following the New Orleans attack. The FBI, this is a quote, this is a PSA, the FBI and DHS are concerned about possible copycat and retaliatory attacks due to the persistent appeal of vehicle ramming of tactic for aspiring violent extremist attackers. That's what the PSA read. It says here, previous attackers inspired by foreign terrorist organizations, FTOs, who have conducted vehicle attacks in the United States and abroad have used rented, stolen, and personally owned vehicles, which are easy to acquire. Salakia. So Esau he's planting the seeds that these attacks could happen at any moment. Why? Because he's planning it. That's why you need to stay vigilant. And you need to be on your watch. I'm going to be honest with you. The best thing to do is to really stay at home as much as possible. Don't be hanging around these large crowds, just trying to be out there. Now is not the time to just be out there. Oh, what are these people doing? Let me go see. No, fuck them. Stay to yourself. Trust me, you're better off that way. You niggas out there that that claim to be in the truth, or you believe in Yahawashi, you got a woman, good, go home to her. Deal with her bullshit. You going out there looking for a new woman, and you can have multiple women, by the way, but you going out there looking for some new pussy. Excuse me, hey, it is what it is. You looking for some new pussy, and F around and get caught up in some false flag terrorist attack. Okay, it's better to be at home. I have to, I have to just, put it out there to you, raw and uncut. Because I know, as a man, you go out there and oh man, I'm trying to see, damn, these bitches out here, they running around. Hey, man, these bitches gonna get your ass caught up. You don't know what they'll get you caught, and they don't even have to do anything. You just be in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's better to take your ass to work and bring your ass back home. If you got to stop at the grocery store, okay, fine. Do that and take your ass home. Because Esau is looking to set up the right false flag, the right situation to bring in this new world order. And it doesn't matter what city you're in. It doesn't matter if you're in DC, New York, Miami, LA. You see what they're doing in LA with the fires and shit. New Orleans, you saw what they did with the dude driving through New Orleans, running over people. Las Vegas, you had the bombing. I said bombing. Damn. The explosion in front of one of Trump's hotels or whatever. East Coast to West Coast is all madness at this point. Take your ass home. Go sit down somewhere. Because trust me and believe me, this truly is the calm before the storm. And there's a storm coming. Okay? Be wise. Use wisdom. Don't be a nigga. Now is not the time to be a nigga. Niggas are going to get killed out here. Let me get Ephesians 5 and 15, and I get this a lot, but who gives a shit? Now is the time to apply this. Listen, Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Use wisdom. Walk in wisdom. King Solomon was the wisest man on earth. Right? And through the spirit, we believe that was Yahawashi coming back. Reincarnation. A lot of you idiots have a problem with that. Excuse my language. I was about to curse. Use wisdom. King Solomon talked about wisdom. Use it. That's your woman. Wisdom. The Lord blessed you with wisdom. Use it. Don't have a nigga moment. Well, you know what? Tonight, I just want to go out there and just be on some nigga shit. That's going to be the wrong night, dumbass. Use wisdom. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. We're living in evil times. That's why I got to keep bringing it out. I got to keep, this is one of those scriptures. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding that the will of the Lord is, and everybody's subject to the will of the Lord. Everybody's subject to the will of the Lord. Everybody's going to submit to the will of the Lord. whether they believe in the Lord or not. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Don't be walking around here just all effed up with your lust. You done hit uh I don't know how many shots of vodka, and then you go running your dumb ass out in the street like an idiot. Be filled with the Spirit, man. Let the Spirit guide you. I'm gonna get this in Matthew 24 and 11, and we always go into 20, Matthew 24. But I'm gonna start at 11. It says, "And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many." See, there's this new energy amongst Israelites. Basically, they have an Aleister Crowley spirit or energy. Do as thou wilt. Do what the F you want to do. It's okay. You can be an Israelite long as you wearing the fringes. You all right. But it says, "And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." Understand the world that you living in right now. The love of many has waxed cold. People don't care for each other no more. People get shot dead in the street, and instead of somebody, going to try to help that person out or seeing if they can call an ambulance, goddamn, at least call an ambulance for the person. They pull out their phone and record the shit. The love of many has waxed cold. Understand that you're amongst demons. We are sheep amongst wolves. But he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. He that endureth to the end, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. And we have to believe in that. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. And I brought that out because this truth has gone out. People know who the Israelites are. You could say you're an Israelite, and people say, "Oh, you one of them guys." Yeah, there used to be a time where they didn't even say that. They're like, what's that? Now they know. Which is another sign that we're at the end. Right? In the end, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. It seems like it's tarrying, but it's not. One of the many conspiracy theories that's floating around there amongst these what you call them these I say alternative media. These guys that are so-called insiders are bringing out certain truths amongst the Edomites mainly, is that they're going to assassinate Trump. And that's going to cause all kinds of chaos, especially here in America. And if not the world, because, at this point, the whole world, there's plenty of people around the world that just love this nigga. Do you understand what would happen following a Trump assassination? Oh, shit's gonna get real out here. But even if that doesn't happen, with the amount of craziness that's going on, you got New York right now. They have something called uh, congestion tolls or fees. You can't even go into Manhattan, certain areas, I should say, of New York without paying. I think it's, what is it? Is it a $9 fee, a $14 fee, something like that? Some crazy shit. They're setting up their smart cities. They're burning uh, areas in Los Angeles right now, and that's going to be built up into a smart city, a 15-minute city. Already, I believe it's in Arizona. They already did their test run on the smart city, aka 15-minute city, where you can go to any convenience store, any hospital, any grocery store within 15 minutes. And that's what you call zoning. They're making sure that you get accustomed to not leaving a certain area. And they did that first test run back in 2020 with the lockdowns. That's what this smart city, 15-minute city thing is about. Locking you down. Matter of fact, let me get Second Ezra's 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. This is what you're about to see. This is a warning. Give them warning of me. Give them warning from me. The Most High is not mocked. You have to walk in this truth, understanding that you're going to be looked at as crazy, the same way Noah was, up until the day that you see destruction here. We are not friends of this world. The world hates us. You have to effing remember that. You cannot be sitting here trying to figure out, well, I don't understand why I'm catching hell. Why these people don't like me? I never did none of them. Fuck them. They're never your goddamn friend anyway. You don't have no goddamn friends here. It's you and the Most High Power, Yahawashi Yahawashi. Everything else, everybody else, is a potential agent against you, a potential agent of Satan. Someone that could be used on the left-hand side for Satan's purpose. This is a one-man journey. Every man got to carry his cross, including myself. And I hate this shit. So no, I'm not excluded. You don't think I carry my cross? I hate this shit. Hate this goddamn place. I hate these fucking people too. Oh, bro, you can't hate. Fuck, I can't. The Lord hate. A true man of the Lord, a righteous man will love the good and hate the evil. Goddamn right I hate. I love my brothers that believe. I love my brothers that believe in the Lord. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Yeah, I love them. But this world, fuck this world. You damn right. And I stand on that. And if the Lord ain't with me, then hey, so be it. What can I do? I gave this world up a long goddamn time ago. Fuck this world. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world, and woe meaning destruction, by the way. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, meaning it's near, it's close. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. I inserted the word drawing in there. And swords in their hands. These people are armed up and ready to go. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And you're going to see a time when this nigga Trump, oh yeah, I did mention Trumpy. When this nigga Trumpy gets his orange face ass up in there, and he deceived these people, and they realize they've been deceived, oh, they gonna go ape shit. I told you, he's their Messiah. He's the Messiah of the white race. He's the great white hope. When they realize that motherfucker deceived them, excuse me, oh, I promise you, oh, they gonna go off. You gonna think about it. You gonna say, damn, Yashima said he was gonna act like that. I'm telling you, I've been following this nigga since 2015 when he first announced he was running for president. So much and so that last week I made a blooper. I had a blooper I called 2025-2015. I know what this nigga represents because I've been hearing it since I was in the military. The great white hope. And when they reach the place, like it says in second Ezra's here, where they don't regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? Now watch this. 17th verse, and y'all heard this over and over again, but watch it. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Martial law. Lockdown. Oh, it's going to be that real. Terrorist attacks. You're going to have, in real life, military veterans rising up against their governments. That shit's coming. For because of their pride, and then you know the Lord hates pride, right? I brought this out over and over. The Lord hates pride. And I live in one of the most prideful goddamn cities on the planet. Fuck DC. These people walk around with their goddamn heads up. They think they're so special. Because everybody in DC works for the government. They think, oh, I'm such and such. Fuck you. The Lord hates you. He hates that pride that's within you. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, and man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. And you're going to see that. Oh, it's going to be nasty out here. You're going to see people breaking into other people's homes. You think you're seeing it now, but no. No. Wait till this economy collapse. Right? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that's indicating that there's a famine that's coming, a lack of bread. Already people are complaining that they can't pay their bills. the cost of grocery is too high. All right. Now imagine that upped a couple of notches. These people are not used to that. They're not used to that. See, we, as men of the Lord, we know how to pray for our daily bread. Yahawashi taught us how to pray for our daily bread. These people have no faith. How do you think they're going to react in that day? They're going to be niggas. And I mean niggas, I mean white niggas too. I got to get it how I got to get it. That's going to be the attitude. You got it, I got to get it. If I got to get it from you, then I'm going to take it from you. There's this saying that there's more guns in America than there are people. You do the math and you think about it. You think about it. In that day when people have no food, how are they going to react? How are they going to act? I'm going to tell you how they're going to act. They're going to get it the only way they know how to get it, with their swords in their hands.